Hello to the Lamplighter ministry at Calvary Bible Church. My name is Sharon Neff. Most of you don't know me, but I have known Pastor Rob since we were 16. That seems like another lifetime ago. We both worked together at America's Keswick for one summer on summer staff in the children's ministry. I thought you might like to see some pictures from that summer. Apparently, Pile on Mr. Rob was a popular game that summer. This may be the only time in my life I was ever on the top of a pyramid. Life separated us. I went to Houghton College and Eastman School of Music in Western New York to get my degrees. I landed back in South Jersey where I grew up for a little bit and ultimately relocated to Philadelphia, where I currently teach voice lessons for Settlement Music School. It's been wonderful getting to know Pastor Rob again once we realized that we were both in the same city. And it's wonderful to be here with all of you today. These are very challenging times that we're living in. Right now, I'm currently teaching all of my voice lessons online right here from my living room. And like so many of you, I'm missing seeing the people that I interact with on a daily basis. I know that so many of you are feeling isolated, and it's my hope today to bring some music to lift your spirits and take your mind off of the current crisis just for a little bit. I'd like to start today's program with some musical theater selections, and the first song that I thought was so appropriate for the current times is You'll Never Walk Alone.
When you walk through a storm, keep your chin up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of a storm is a golden sky and a sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk
The next song that I'm going to sing is Goodnight, My Someone from The Music Man, as I'm sure we're all thinking of someone that we'd like to talk to right now.
Good night, my someone. Good night, my love. as long as my heart doesn't know you. Sweet dreams be yours, dear, if dreams they be. Sweet dreams to carry you close to me. I wish they may, and I wish they might. Now, good night, my someone, good night. Good night. Good night.
Now for something a little bit more fun. This is I Could Have Danced All Night from My Fair Lady.
Bed, bed, I couldn't go to bed. My head's too light to try to set it down. Sleep, sleep, I couldn't sleep tonight, not for all the jewels in the crown. I could have danced all night, I could have danced all night, and still have begged for more. I could have spread my wings and done 1,000 things I've never done before. I'll never know what made it so exciting. Why all at once my heart took flight. When he began to dance with me, I could have danced, danced, danced all night. I could have danced all night, I could have danced all night, and still have begged for more. I could have spread my wings and done 1,000 things I've never done before. I'll never know what made it so exciting. Why all at once my heart took flight. I only know when he began to dance with me, I could have danced, danced, danced all night.
Another song that has been very inspiring to me throughout my life is Climb Every Mountain from The Sound of Music.
Climb every mountain, search high and low, follow every byway, every path you know. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow, till you find your dream, a dream that will need all the love you can give. every day of your life, for as long as you live. Climb every mountain, find every stream, follow every rainbow, find your dream. I dream that we'll need all the love you can give every day of your life, for as long as you live. Climb every mountain, find every stream, follow every rainbow, find your
I'd like to share with you several hymns. The first is one of my favorites, It Is Well With My Soul. I'm going to read to you the story behind the hymn. It was written by Horatio G. Spafford. Spafford had known peaceful and happy days as a successful attorney in Chicago. He was the father of 4 daughters, an active member of the Presbyterian Church, and a loyal friend and supporter of D.L. Moody and other evangelical leaders of his day. Then a series of calamities began, starting with the Great Chicago Fire of 1871, which wiped out the family's extensive real estate investments. When Mr. Moody and his music associate, Ira Sankey, left for Great Britain for an evangelistic campaign, Spafford decided to lift the spirits of his family by taking them on a vacation to Europe. He also planned to assist in the Moody-Sankey meetings there. In November 1873, Spafford was detained by urgent business, but he sent his wife and 4 daughters, as scheduled, on the ship to Europe, hoping to join them soon. Halfway across the Atlantic, the ship was struck by an English vessel and sank in 12 minutes. All 4 of the Spafford daughters, Tanetta, Maggie, Annie, and Bessie, were among the 226 who drowned. Mrs. Spafford was among the few who were miraculously saved. Horatio Spafford stood hour after hour on the deck of the ship, carrying him to rejoin his sorrowing wife in Cardiff, Wales, when the ship passed the approximate place where his precious daughters had drowned. Spafford received sustaining comfort from God that enabled him to write, "When sorrows like sea billows roll, it is well with my soul." I pray that this hymn will be a comfort to you during these uncertain times.
When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrow
The next hymn is one of comfort. His eye is on the sparrow, followed by Amazing Grace.
Why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows come? Why should my heart be lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, my constant friend is He. His eyes are in the sparrow, and I know He watches me. His eyes are in the sparrow, and I know He watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. For His eyes are in the sparrow, and I know He watches me. Let not your heart be troubled. His precious words I hear, and resting on His goodness, I lose my doubts and fears. Though by the path He leadeth, yet once by me see. His eyes on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. His eyes on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. For His eyes on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. His eyes on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. Oh, precious did that grace appear, the hour I first beheld
The next two songs are spirituals. When I was in high school, we had to write a paper on some form of American literature. Being interested in music, I chose the spiritual. And one of the things that struck me by this genre is its simplicity. There are short phrases of music and words that are repeated over and over again. And each time they're repeated, they seem to have new meaning. The true spirituals that I'd like to sing for you today are There is a Balm in Gilead and Give Me Jesus. And I hope that you can find meaning in these beautiful words.
There's a balm in Gilead to make the wounded whole. There's a balm in Gilead to heal the sin-sick soul. Sometimes I feel discouraged and think my work's in vain. But then the Holy Spirit revives my soul again. There's a balm in Gilead to make the wounded whole. There's a balm in Gilead to heal the sin-sick soul. If you can preach like Peter, if you can preach like Paul, go home and tell your neighbor he died to save us all. There's a balm in Gilead to
The next song is a setting of an American folk song. You'll recognize the tune as Shenandoah, but the words are, I'm gonna live so God can use me anytime and anywhere. And this has always been my prayer throughout my life, that no matter where I am, the Lord would find ways to use me. I think that's especially true in the current circumstances. So I pray that the Lord would continue to find ways to use you to bring glory to him throughout these difficult times.
I'm gonna pray that God will use me as I walk this pilgrim journey. I'm gonna pray that God will use me anytime and anywhere, as I seek to share his glory. I'm gonna pray that God will use me as a light to pierce the darkness. I'm gonna pray that God will use me anytime and anywhere, as a channel of his mercy. Lord, show the way and go before me. Make me worthy of your calling. Oh, take me, Lord, refine and mold me anytime and anywhere. Hear my fervent prayer, Lord, send me anytime and anywhere. Hear my fervent prayer, Lord, send me. Oh, teach me, Lord. Oh, send me, Lord. Use me, Lord.
The next song is called You Knew Me, Lord, and it's based on Psalm 139. I'd like to read that psalm for you. O Lord, you have searched me and know me. You know when I sit down and when I rise up. You discern my thoughts from afar. You search out my path and my lying down, and are acquainted with all my ways. Even before a word is on my tongue, behold, O Lord, you know it altogether. You hem me in, behind and before, and lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me. It is high, I cannot attain it. Where shall I go from your spirit? Or where shall I flee from your presence? If I ascend to heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in Sheol, you are there. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me, and your right hand shall hold me. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, and the light about me be night, even the darkness is not dark to you. The night is bright as the day, for darkness is as light with you. For you formed my inward parts. You knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. My soul knows it very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was being made in secret, intricately woven in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed substance. In your book were written, every one of them, the days that were formed for me, when as yet there was none of them. How precious to me are your thoughts, O God. How vast is the sum of them. If I would count them, they are more than the sand. I awake, and I am still with you. Oh, that you would slay the wicked, O God. O men of blood, depart from me. They speak against you with malicious intent. Your enemies take your name in vain. Do I not hate those who hate you, O Lord? And do I not loathe those who rise up against you? I hate them with complete hatred. I count them my enemies. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any grievous way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting.
Before I felt one tender ray, before my eyes first saw the sun, before I knew one single day, you planned for me to live each one. You touched my hands before I felt. You spoke to me before I heard. You learned my praise before I knelt, and knew my thoughts before one word. How can I flee your presence? How can I hide from your gaze? High and low, Lord, you are there, establishing all of my days. How can I feel your presence? How can I hide from your gaze? It is too wonderful, too wonderful to me. Oh, praise my soul, the guide above, the Lord of sky and sea and land, who lavishes undying love and forms each life with his strong hand. How can I fail your presence? How can I hide from your gaze? High and low, Lord, you are there, establishing all of my days. How can I fail your presence? How can I hide from your gaze? It is too wonderful.
like to close with a song that I think will be familiar to all of you. You Raise Me Up. When I am down and all my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burden me, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I'm on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I'm on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I'm on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I'm on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be. Thank you so much for letting me spend time with you today. I pray that you'll continue to take good care of yourselves, and I would love to see you all again in person.